Hey peeps, Sara here from Sparrow Springs and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you a piece of equipment that I use to create digital art. So most digital artists start off doing traditional and a lot of the same principles can cross over, but one of the biggest complaints that I hear is that people don't like to not see where their hand is going. So there's this kind of like hand-eye coordination thing that goes away because you're looking at your screen and your drawing pen tablet is often down here. Now a digital display tablet kind of removes that particular learning curve. So I want to give you a review of the xppen Artist 22 HD to give you kind of an idea of what to expect from a device like this. Now, before I begin, I will just say that this tablet is a few years old already. I got it from my sister. Now, she was looking for something that was just a little bit smaller, more portable, less bulky. So she actually took one of my smaller drawing tablets and then she let me have this one and play around with it. So my opinion will be based on just a few different factors based on what I do. So I work with Adobe Photoshop CS6 because no monthly subscription. I do a variety of things including digital painting, photo manipulation, and graphic design that includes logo design. So I have never personally used any type of graphics display tablet besides this one. Most of my experience comes from using my small Wacom Bamboo tablet and my medium-sized Intuos Pro 5. So this review may not be the best if you're looking to compare like with like, if you're thinking of comparing like the Wacom Cintiq with the xppen, but if you have been working with a regular graphic tablet and you're looking to upgrade to a display, then keep watching. So before we get into it, this is my day 5 of my Tubetober challenge to post one video every day for the month of October. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications to be notified when all those new videos come out. So here are just a few of the pieces I have recently created using this display tablet. Some of these are available on my website. Okay, so the xppen Artist 22 HD runs about to be $450. Now this is the more recent model. Again, the model that I have is a bit older. So this is like the current value of the current model. So there's a few things that come with the tablet itself. Now, this is just what came with my tablet. So I got the graphics display tablet itself. I got a VGA connector cord. I'm not really sure how relevant that would be nowadays because we're kind of seeing that go away. It came obviously with the power cord, a USB cable, the stylus pen and holder with extra nibs, and the installation CD. And then I'm just gonna touch on just the basic specs real quick. So the display area, like the working area of the screen, is about 10.5 inches to about 18 3/4 inches. The resolution is 1920 by 1080. The pen tablet itself has 2048 levels of sensitivity. So now I'm just gonna go through some of the pros and cons that I have found working with this tablet. I'll start off with the cons and then we'll end with the pros on a good note. One of the first things I don't really like about it is it is very bulky. There's a lot of wires and just the setup of itself, like even the footprint of it is just like it takes up a lot of room on my desk space, which, you know, isn't a big deal if you have a dedicated spot for it. But even with all of the different wires and stuff, it's probably not the best setup for a laptop. It's probably best to actually have like a computer tower for this because my laptop, for example, has limited ports. I would also say that it kind of helps to have a separate keyboard. Like if you have a smaller, more compact keyboard that you can just keep right underneath, because also with my laptop, another issue that I have is that my laptop can't be really in the same space because it's so big, so I have to have my laptop off to the side, so I'm doing keystrokes over here while I'm drawing, which honestly kind of tweaks my back a little bit. And this is an obvious thing, but because it's so bulky, it is obviously not portable. Another issue I kind of had was the display is difficult to adjust. So I've adjusted my computer screen to be similar to what it would look printed, sort of thing, and I tried to calibrate this display tablet, but no matter what I did, it's like when I would get to a certain value of the shadows, it just wouldn't look any darker. So it went from like a certain range where I could see details, but as soon as I'd look back over to my laptop, it was very, very dark. And there's a set of controls on the front where you can adjust like brightness, contrast, and the gamma, but it's very limited in what you can do to adjust. Now, I will say that for the most part, it has been okay, and I only really noticed an issue when I'm working with a really dark theme. Okay, this next thing is probably just because I've been spoiled with Wacom, but the pen needs to be charged. So this is extremely inconvenient for me just because I like to not really be connected to anything, and if I forget to charge it, then all of a sudden it starts bugging out on me when the battery goes. So I obviously, having my two smaller like Wacom tablets, I never had that issue. So it was a little bit of an adjustment for me getting used to that. Now, the one thing I really missed about my Intuos is it had a set of buttons on the side that you could program for quick keystrokes. Now, I know that there are other models of the XP pen that do have this, but this particular model does not. So the final thing that I kind of have an issue with is sometimes the pressure sensitivity goes haywire. So I'll be in the middle of working and then all of a sudden it'll just bug out on me and I'll get like a streak of solid line across my picture, which obviously, because it's digital, it's not a big deal. I can just undo it. But sometimes it just gets to be irritating and annoying to my workflow. Now, this could be the tablet, but it could also be the way my Photoshop talks to my computer, or the way the tablet talks to the computer, or it could just be a Photoshop glitch. Something like that is really hard to diagnose, but again, it's really not that big a deal. Now, for the things that I absolutely love this tablet for, it works with my setup. So obviously running off of my laptop and running Photoshop, everything works very smoothly. One of the issues that I had with my Intuos is that I would be in the middle of working and the thing would just stop. Like the pressure sensitivity would be gone, or things would start skipping all over the place. And I almost had to go through this like routine of like having to reinstall the drivers every so often. So I also had a lot of trouble with lagging, which I thought was mainly a computer issue. But when I hooked up the XP pen, I was expecting it to be a lot more of a bog down on my computer, but it ended up that I had almost no lag at all and no issues with drivers. I've never had to reinstall the drivers. So that has been perfect for me. And I don't really know what happened because my Wacom tablets used to work just fine with the older versions of Photoshop, but when I upgraded to CS6, it's almost like the programming kind of fought with each other a little bit. The next thing is I love the adjustable stand. It's really comfortable to have it upright, and I can draw upright rather than trying to lay it down on my lap. I tend to be prone to headaches and migraines, so the fact that I can adjust it just so and I don't have to hold the tablet or arrange it a certain way is really nice for me, which means that I can end up drawing for a much longer period of time and not have any like lasting pain afterwards. The accuracy and the sensitivity is amazing. I love being able to actually like draw on the surface and see as I'm drawing, and the pressure sensitivity works great for me. So it's been a win-win on that. The surface is really smooth and easy to draw on, which is nice because it can be really irritating when you get kind of the latex surfaces binding on each other. The pen tablet has a nice little feature on the button where if you press the button, it toggles between my pen and eraser. I don't have to keep flipping the pen around like an actual pencil. And finally, the best part of this is this graphics display tablet is very affordable for the size. If you compare this with the Cintiq is like for a comparable size is $2,000 and upwards. So my final conclusion, even though there's some things I miss about my old setup, this graphics display tablet has by far exceeded my expectations. This has really streamlined my workflow, so now I can actually work longer and I can work faster. If you're looking to commit to doing more digital art and you want to have a dedicated spot for it, then this graphics display tablet is a very, very cost-effective way if you're especially looking to upgrade from a regular pen tablet to the display tablet. I highly recommend this product, and just remember, as I'm saying all of this, the model that I have is already a few years old, so I know that they've already upgraded some things. And the newer version, I'll leave a link to the newer version in the description, but the newer version has the 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, which is pretty standard, I think, for most graphic tablets nowadays. So that is it. Those are my thoughts on the xppen Artist 22 HD. Now I am going to be saving up for an iPad and Apple Pencil for a more portable option for digital art, but as far as professionally for the bigger projects that I have, I will absolutely use this thing until it dies. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see a piece that I have made using this particular graphics tablet, then you can check out my video from yesterday. And again, if you have not subscribed, please do so. I've got a lot of stuff left for the rest of October for my Tubetober challenge, and that's it for now. I will see you later, peeps.